right, so when is your dad's new wife not mom, Cassie?
I have a friend of a friend who's getting married, and she is super upset because the guy she's marrying, his kids refuse to refer to her as mom or stepmom. And it's really hurting her feelings. She has a fine relationship with them. There's no animosity in the marriage. Like, it's all good. But their reasoning is they don't want to call her mom or stepmom because they're 21 and 22 years old. But the thing is, they still live at home. And her case is, if I'm going to be cooking for you, cleaning up after you, and acting like your mom at the house, I want to be referred to as your stepmom. And they're both like, we're adults, full-grown adults. We don't need a mommy anymore. You're our dad's new wife, and we respect that and have no issue with you. But we're not calling you mom. And I'm torn because it's the stepmom part for me. Because technically, she is their stepmom, but they're not having it. And I honestly don't know who's right in the situation.
Okay, it's an early edition of Am I the A-hole? So I understand them not wanting to refer to her as mom, but so when people ask them, like, is your dad seeing anybody or anything, they just go, yeah, he's got a girlfriend?
Yeah, he'll be like, oh, it's Kathy, his new wife. Like, they don't hide it. They're not ashamed of her. They'll be completely open. Like, they get her birthday gifts and stuff, but they won't celebrate her on Mother's Day. They're not going to treat her like the mom. They're not going to refer to her as that. And I'm wondering, does it make a difference if you're an adult? Like, if it was a kid, like a younger kid, and I would be like, there's some emotional stuff there. It's a different story. But because they're full-grown adults, it kind of feels weird.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time grasping this one. Because if you're like 22 or 23-year-olds, do you get cards for your stepmom at that age?
I mean, I guess if you grew up with them, you would. Like, if your stepmom's been there since you were a kid, you would, right?
I guess you would, yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to do. I mean, I still am like, you have to respect people's boundaries, even kids, but they are 20-somethings, but you have to respect their boundaries. If they don't want to call you mom, they don't have to call you mom. They can call you Kathy all day long, and you shouldn't get offended by it because that's your name since you were born, Kathy.
Right.
But when it comes to, we refuse to celebrate you on Mother's Day, that one hurts. Come on. And they know it hurts. Like, that's going to sting, and I feel like it's going past boundaries into, we swinging now. We're fighting. Like, this isn't cool.
Okay, I thought you were talking about different swinging. I'm going, where? How did this happen? So early.
I think situations like this do normally take some time, and they'll probably need that before they start to give her the respect she's probably looking for. But at the same time, I normally would be like, yeah, they should call her whatever they want to. But if they still live in the home and she's doing mom-like things for them, I don't see the big deal in at least just giving a stepmom.
Yeah, this is loosely related, but I was so young when my dad got remarried to my stepmom at that time. I think I was 8 or 9 years old, and I sort of remember him pressuring me to call her mom, like saying, you know what, she would really like it. If you called her mom, she'd really like it. And feeling that kind of pressure, even though my mom and I weren't even close at that point because just a family history of just estrangements. But the loyalty I felt like at 8 or 9 to my mom still wouldn't allow me to call her mom. And it felt really weird. But I was 8 years old, so it's a very different situation, Cass.
So if you're the husband then in this scenario, what do you tell your adult kids? If your new wife comes to you and says, your kids, they're not calling me mom, but they're not even referring to me as their stepmother, even though I'm doing their laundry, all this stuff around the house for them. Like, what do you say? See, it's tough. Like, do you side with your kids and say, oh, it's okay, they can call you whatever they want, you're not technically their mother and you didn't raise them? Or do you side with your new wife?
I mean, if you really want to be like, if you want to be harsh about it, you're right, I'm not your mom. So you can do your own dishes, you can do your own laundry, you can do anything else you want. You're right, I'm not. Davi?
I would tell her to do that, honestly, because I feel like, when they're kids, they don't know any better. They're just being